disability organizations, you'll find many that were created by parents who know the struggles firsthand. These organizations do the work they do because it's personal, and Upstream Arts is no different. There's not much good here. This was some of the earliest information shared about Caleb to his parents. From the outset, expectations for Caleb and the quality of his life were put at a very low level. His life, the life he was going to share with others, was going to be hard, isolating. Even the most basic communication was a struggle. As someone who was nonverbal, Caleb had a difficult time getting past his immediate needs. Eat, car, sleep, all done. With such significant barriers, how would he connect to his world in a meaningful way? If someone took a moment to stop and really look at Caleb, were they going to see that he was, as we all are, a rich and complex individual? There was a feeling and a reality of being alone. It was a reality that asked him and those that support him to push against the mainstream, to move against the current of everyday life. And then Caleb found his own answer. When he was 5, he had just begun walking, and Matt was working for a dance company. Caleb came to rehearsals and saw 15 people communicating using only their bodies. He soon began to imitate, to copy, to mirror not just basic but complex movement. Caleb had found a language that he understood. When Matt put his arms in the air, Caleb would copy him. First Matt, then Caleb, then Matt, then Caleb. They were taking turns. They were communicating. The essence of communication is about making a connection any way you can. I say something, you say something. It could be words, it could be movement. It can actually be anything you like. For Caleb, it became a way to actively engage with the world around him. The art of movement became the way in to reach a different, more creative side of Caleb. As father and son playing, mirroring transformed into a more complex structure that we at Upstream Arts call moving statues. Instead of merely imitating one another, you become partners in telling a story without words, taking turns incorporating space into the game. Now you have interaction, self-expression, and creativity. It's a conversation. It was with the spark of this discovery that Matt and I founded Upstream Arts, because we realized 2 things. We could not be alone in the experiences, and we found an outlet that we could share not only with Caleb, but with his community, our community. With a small band of creative artists, including actors, dancers, musicians, visual artists, and writers, Upstream Arts began with an opportunity how to create this type of meaningful connection through as many avenues as possible with as many different ability levels as possible. We went into special education classrooms and adult day programs exploring emotion and social interaction through artistic expression. We were mixing and matching mediums, music and painting, poetry and movement, poetry and music. We found more and more avenues to connect with individuals of all abilities. All along the way, our diverse community of local talented artists continued to grow. The arts, by nature, are infinite in possibility for exploration and creation. We discovered that the arts and the community that was brought together was the right tool to engage a population that so often was overlooked, underserved, and undervalued. From the very first Upstream Arts classes, the artists and participants alike found the adventure to be liberating, expressive, joyous, and fun. We knew we were onto something. What we were doing was working, and schools were asking us to come back as soon as we finished a residency. But we knew we were only reaching a small portion of our target population. More than 18% of students in Minneapolis Public School District receive services from special education. That's over 6,000 students. We felt we were on the brink of something. We were standing on the edge, looking at something big, looking at something with promise. But we were nervous, scared, anxious. We were holding our breath. We talk a lot about risk in our classes. It's something we ask our participants to do each and every day. Taking a risk is something that you do when you're not sure of the outcome. What we were doing was unknown and unproven, but sometimes you have to let go of your doubts and step over the edge.
Club of colorful people. Maybe I'm nosy or talk too much, but I like to say I'm outgoing, bright like rock music, folky and poppy, sometimes yellow, sometimes blue, others orange and pink, wearing a red coat. Or maybe I'm a fruit basket, peeling like a friendly banana. Written by the Culture Club.
Five-letter words. Power is a five-letter word with a big roll. A five-letter word like force, power, is a five-letter word. Do you gotta take it by force like Mussolini? Or is power a five-letter word earned by respect? Like Malcolm X, Obama, black, blue, power can be any color. A forceful stomp, a powerful clearing of the throat, a touchdown dance. Peace, five-letter word, too many people to ever achieve. Power, force, peace, a five-letter word, like me. Written by students at Patrick Henry High School.
Our participants' voices were clear, and we were inspired. They helped show us how to do the work that we do. They helped guide us. Through the arts, we worked together, discovering how to explore the complexities of social interaction through painting, through music, through dance. It is something that we all need to work on, social skills. Why not do it in an environment that promotes play and cooperation? The fun is what draws people in and keeps them there. What we have learned has been simple but important. Using the arts as an educational tool may not be the answer, but it is certainly one of them. Within the joys of the arts, there is a place for all of us to learn from and with one another. Rather than focusing on what one can't do, the arts show us every day that our focus and time can and should be placed on what one can do. And that there are infinite ways to express ourselves and to communicate with one another. We've grown from a few classes a month to nearly 25 programs running every week. With a roster of 25 teaching artists, we are currently working with more than 40 schools, adult day programs, and community groups, serving over 1,300 people. That's over 10,000 contact hours with participants this year alone. We also know we are only scratching the surface of the impact we intend to have on our community and yours. So please join us as we continue to stop, look, and see what we all have to offer.